Hello, everybody. I wanted to talk to y'all about these two teachers in Georgia middle school got into a brawl in front of students while they was being recorded uh, by other students, and other students tried to break it up. As y'all can see right there, I can't show y'all the images, but I can play y'all, see if I can play y'all. Let's see. Have to turn on my Bluetooth. As y'all can hear, somebody in the background was saying, "Stop, stop, stop." It was one teacher. She was a real teacher, and a per professional. For those of y'all, Tommy Sotomayor didn't even know at first before he did a first video what was a professional is a person. Hold on. Wait, get it wrong one. Yeah, a professional is somebody that's in a class uh, to assist the teacher, and they had a special ed teacher and a teacher that teaches regular students as well. They was combined uh, in one class, so they were fighting, and the student video recorded and posted on social media, and then the video went viral, and then some of the students that go to their school saw the video, but they wouldn't in that class, and the only reason why they was probably able to see the video on social media anytime when a video like that, a brawl, a fight, uh, of two teachers fighting, or two students fighting, or a student and teacher, whatever, is on Facebook or even YouTube or whatever. Anytime when it gets thousands of views, it's going to get in the top searches, and people are going to be able to find it and be able to pretty much they're going to be pretty much be able to look at the video. So that's how they was able to find it, the video of these two teachers fighting at Georgia Middle School, science teacher. You know, one was a science teacher and another one was a paraprofessional, which a paraprofessional is not really a real teacher. It's just a person that assists the teacher, and it was all captured on video, the whole fight. So, you know, right in front of these kids, and you can hear these kids saying, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." And these kids was trying to break it up and everything. It was keep on fighting. I don't know if they was fighting over each other. Man, some people said that they should have not have done that in front of the kids, which they should not have. And they should have just, you know, talked about it after class or something, whatever situation that they was having with each other. But you know, even talking about it after class, that's still not appropriate because, you know, it's not worth it, you know, losing your life going to jail over. But I'm going to read y'all this, and it says the title, as y'all can see, I can't show y'all the video, I only show y'all the audio. And it says teachers get in a brawl in front of horrifying students. The students were horrifying, as y'all can hear in the audio clip. I couldn't show y'all the images because, you know, due to YouTube policy and all the other stuff. But okay, it says these two need to take a class of diplomacy. A Georgia middle school science teacher and a paraprofessional got into a vicious classroom brawl in front of horrifying students who captured the fight on video. The two women who have not been identified, but they have been arrested. And they were at first, even though that they got arrested, they were still able to be teachers because they said, according to the law, during an investigation, they have to still, you know, have their job. They still get to keep their job according to the law, which is a kind of shady type of law. So starting throwing punches at one another. This happened May 19th at Stone Mountain Middle School, which is northeast of downtown Atlanta. So this happened in Atlanta, Georgia. This happened in Georgia, according to CBS 46. That's the, you know, the local news station that reported it. From what I know, the teachers were arguing about a male teacher. So they was arguing about a male teacher, and things got heated. and they started arguing, and it went on for about 3 to 5 minutes. A student told the network everyone was screaming like stop, stop, as you can hear in the audio clip. Cell phone video showed one of the women repeatedly punching the other one in the face as two students tried to break it up, to no avail. Two students tried to break it up, but they wouldn't, stop fighting. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. And they was probably placed on administrative leave with pay, you know, and even after they was arrested for aggravated assault and disorderly conduct. It says one of them was pushed up against the wall. Wow. Push up against the wall because they were so close to hitting her. A student said the brawl evenly was broke up by another staff member. So the students tried to break it up, and that failed. And it went on for a little bit, and then another staff member finally was able to break it up. Okay. It says in a letter sent home to parents, which a letter was sent home to parents, the school said the two women had engaged in a physical altercation that caused a major distraction in a classroom, and they both would be disciplined. So after the fight and brawl, they was not fired immediately. They was investigating the video, which the video indicated that they both were doing something against school policy and breaking the law, and they should have been fired. But according to Georgia law, uh, when they're investigating something, they can still keep their job, but they just can't be around the students. So, which that's which that is a crazy law according to WSB-TV in Atlanta. The interaction and conduct in the video is completely unacceptable and control to our district's tenants and core principles. School officials said in a statement. Those staff members that participate in the conduct has been removed from the learning environment. So they was fired right after the investigation was over. And people were upset because they they were still able to keep their job, which, I don't blame them at all. I would be upset too, and especially if my kid was going to a school like that. And I hope to God my kids don't never go to school like that. Both women were arrested and charged disorderly conduct in a public place. They'll be allowed to keep their job pending the outcome of the school district's investigation. So they was able to keep their job during the investigation. According to the law, they still can keep their job, but uh, I think that they should have been fired immediately when they got arrested. for disorderly conduct and assault and battery, which was assault and battery. They should have been fired, even during the investigation or before the investigation, because the video clearly sees two educators that are professional. One is a Pearl professional, which, she still is professional. She still is a staff member of the school. And the schools, they have rules, they have laws, what you can and can't do, what you can and can't say. And there's certain stuff that you can say and do at the school. And fighting is really, it's a grounds for determination. But how they have these school systems set up is they have to investigate first and determine, if their punishment fit the crime, if their punishment fit the situation, and how they want to handle appropriate action. So we don't know these teachers' names. They won't release it. They should, since they've been arrested. I'm pretty sure somebody can find out their names and expose them of the fuckery that they are doing in these schools. And excuse me for my language, but the buffoonery that they're doing in this school. And they're supposed to be teaching students, and if they was arguing about another male teacher, I bet you both of them dated the male teacher, and one of them was mad because the male teacher liked it, the other chick, and they just got in a heated argument. And next thing you know, because they say that you never argue with somebody, because before an argument it's a disagreement, and then you start arguing, and then after the argument you start really yelling and raising your voice, and then temptations get very high at times. And then next thing you know, this person is hitting you hitting them, and somebody pulls out their cell phone and video record it all and put it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, Snapchat, whatever, YouTube. And the thing about with technology these days, you can, record anything, fights, people cheating, people catching somebody in a lie, exposing a scam artist. You record anything and put it on social media for popularity and to get views and likes. And even though that you won't get paid for the buffoonery, you can still able to get likes, and it will go viral. Most likely it will go viral, because when people go to YouTube and social media platforms, they look at the title, and if the title says fight and brawl and classroom, it's going to be 100,000 people watching it, and probably over like 5 to 10,000 people comment. And it's going to be people liking the video and thumbs down in the video, which they should thumb down the video. But it's going to be all this, all this frustration in the air of social media and YouTube. And they just exposing themselves, pretty much, because when you fight inside of a school and you supposed to be a professional, or when you even fight at work, people, majority of people in America, even in other countries, they pull out their cell phone, they record, they upload stuff. What if they're doing it for views and money, or they doing it for views and likes and popularity, or whatever the case might be? They're going to pretty much make a video go viral because people look at the title of the video, the thumbnail of the video, and they like, whoa, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna click that video and see what it's all about. And the media had made it easy for us YouTube video creators that post videos online to pretty much give our commentary, give our personal opinions. And it doesn't mean that our personal opinions is lies and flaws and not true, and it is true. We just giving our personal opinion about, this buffoonery and this new stuff that happened. This stuff happens every single day. I guarantee you, around the school year, it's always a fight on video, uploaded to YouTube, uploaded to Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I haven't really seen no fighting videos on Periscope, but I have seen like people arguing on Periscope, which is not the same thing in my opinion. But I'm glad these women are removed from, teaching, and I hope that it's hard for them to find a job teaching anywhere, because they was bad news at the beginning. And it was 26, both of them was 26, so these teachers were young. They were young. They were younger than me. They were young teachers. And I'm 33 years old. I turned 33 last year of December 23rd. But this year I turned 34. And I act better than they do. But age don't really matter. It's your maturity level. And these teachers, this one teacher, and this per professional, what they did was unacceptable, just like the school district said. And they handled it appropriate, but they should have fired them right away. They should have said, hey, look, clean out your lockers. You are done. And that's it. And parents was upset because they didn't fire them right away. They said that they still was able to keep their jobs, which was BS. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that the school district made a right choice, the way that they handled it after the fight and stuff? Or do y'all think that kids should really record their teachers fighting and then put it on social media? This is from the New York Post, and y'all can pretty much look up this story. It's all over social media. It's all over it's all over the internet. So y'all can pretty much look it up. I don't feel bad for none of these teachers. I don't care who started it. They both was in the wrong. They both know that they both know that they was in the wrong for fighting in front of a student. And y'all probably didn't hear the see. Y'all probably did not hear the audio because it was on Bluetooth, and I don't know, some reason the audio does not play. But just in case y'all didn't hear the audio, let me play y'all. Let me see. Just in case y'all didn't hear the audio. It was on Bluetooth. And it's like 55 seconds. That's how long the cell phone video is. And y'all can hear the audio. I can't show y'all the video, the actual video. Just in case, I'm just playing over just in case y'all can hear the audio. All you hear is stop, stop, stop. And okay, I'm gonna give y'all my final thoughts about this. Parents, please pay attention. Y'all should with those. Okay, parents, y'all should always. Oh, what happened? I don't know what happened. Parents, y'all should always teach our kids how to deal with situations that could put them in harm's way. Situations like that, it's best for a student to stay out of it. Do not try to instigate it. Do not even try to stop the fight because one of the students could have got hidden. Try to go to the principal or go somewhere nearby and tell a staff member or tell any employee that you know your teachers are fighting inside the classroom, and so they can handle it appropriately. And don't never put teach our kids, educate our kids, and tell them that do never put themselves in harm's way, never put themselves in a situation, never instigate any situation, never instigate a student to student fight or a teacher to teacher fight or a teacher to student fight. Never instigate it. Always keep out of that mess. And also, y'all need to talk to y'all kids about it after that situation happened. Explain to them that it's never okay to put your hands on anybody. I don't care, a girl and a girl or a guy and a guy. I don't care how old you are, what profession you are, how smart you are, how much money you make. Nothing. It's never okay to do none of it. It's unacceptable. It's against the law, and I'm glad those kids were okay. I'm glad they wouldn't hurt. Hopefully, they will recruit better teachers, and they would pay more attention to what's going on in the classrooms. And I don't know if putting cameras inside of a classroom will really help, but I'm pretty sure there's a certain reason why they don't have cameras inside classrooms. But I do believe that, something must be done to order to stop uh, this madness, in these schools and even in outside of these schools. Uh, but teachers, they need to be more educated on how to deal with situations, how to handle situations, how to talk to the kids, how to talk to the other teachers, how to talk to the substitute, how to talk to everybody in an appropriate way, and be professional at all times when they're teaching. What they do outside of work, if they argue outside of work when they're not on the clock, which teachers get paid salary, uh, is their business. As long as they're not doing something that's going to ruin their reputation and ruin the school's integrity or affect the students. Uh, so yeah, I think this whole story is really crazy, and I hope that they would try to recruit better teachers and try to educate these teachers more, because they need more education than the students. The students were acting more adult than they were, and they were acting like high school kids. And keep in mind, these students were middle school kids trying to break up a fight, and one of them video recorded, and I'm glad that they did, because that showed the stupidity and buffoonery that goes on in these schools, and there's no point of hiding it and trying to make it a scapegoat or trying to sweep it under the rug. No. They should always take appropriate action when this stuff happens, whether if it's on camera or is not on camera, because it happened. So for all y'all parents, y'all need to really talk to y'all kids and educate y'all kids and tell them, well, violence is not the way to go, and how to deal with situations like this, because it's not like these kids are elementary school kids. They're middle school kids. They're like 13, 12, 14, no, 13, 12, and they should, know, they should be educated to know how to handle situations like this. because one of these kids could have got hurt or something, or trying to break up a fight and stuff like that. But I'm glad that other staff member was able to break up this fight. I'm glad that these two horrible teachers, former teachers, were fired and arrested. And I don't know if they're out on bond. They might be out on bond because they're teachers. They're living off on a teacher's salary, so they was able to get themselves out. But I'm pretty sure that they have a court day and everything like that, and they might not do any prison time. They might just be on probation. Nobody never heard of them. Nobody is trying to find out who these teachers are, and I'm pretty sure you can find out from somebody, from some source, but they're not going to give their identification because they don't want to really do these teachers how they doing them now, but which they deserve everything that they get because they know that they're wrong for fighting inside of a class and cutting loose and stuff like that. That's not right. That's inappropriate. And hopefully it will be a lesson for every teacher in America to not participate in this buffoonery and this mess that's going on in these schools, and report this stuff when this stuff happens, because this stuff is going to happen again and again. It's not the first time, won't be the last time. It's going to happen again eventually, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And before you know it, they probably going to have police in every school, in America. And they should have police officers, because I remember when I was going to school, they used to have officers check you at the metal detectors and check your pockets. You had to show your school ID. I remember a time when my mom came up there to, I guess, talk to the principal or talk to the teacher, and I guess the cop, Officer Davis, thought my mom was a teenager, and she showed him her ID, and he was like, "Well, you don't look that age," because my mom, I think she was in her 30s at the time, but she looked like a teenager. But and I don't remember why my mom came up to my school. I think to talk to the teacher about my sister or me or whatever. It's been a while, but anyways, I'm going to not spend all day on this story. It's just a crazy hot mess, and I'm glad these teachers got what they got, because if my daughter or my son was in this school, I would take my son and my daughter out of the school immediately and put her or she in a different school. And that's why some of these parents, they need to start putting these kids in private school or homeschooling them. And I know on my wife's side, my nieces, they're homeschooled, and they're doing pretty well. They're doing very well with their homeschool. So yeah, and they say most students that are homeschooled, they turn out to be smarter kids than actually the kids that's going to public schools. And I think that's true. I really do. But anyway, don't try to be a hero and try to stop them fighting. Just go and run and get somebody or get an adult and try to resolve the issue with them. And if for my teachers, if you're going to have a conversation, let it be about school, let it be about science or math or whatever, because this teacher and this per professional, they were both science teachers. So, but they're not teachers anymore because they were fired because of what they did. So, comment down below, like and share this video. Don't just watch this video. Make sure y'all share this video so that way everybody, can watch it and go to the video, share the link. It's not that really hard to share the link. Y'all can share it easily. But anyways, I am out, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out. And I'm out.